Do you like farming? How about fishing? Domesticating animals? Unlocking the limitless possibilities of progress? Then Roots of Pacha may be the prehistoric life sim for you. Hello you glorious gamers, and welcome to my review of Roots of Pacha. This game encapsulates the concept of coziness and friendliness. Thank you to the developers and publishers for providing me with a review copy. Roots of Pacha is a farming life sim game. If you have played Stardew Valley or games similar to it, then you know what to expect. That is not to say that this game does not have its own unique spin. Roots of Pacha is set in the Stone Age. You don't even have a bucket when you start the game. But that is what the game is about. Progress. The clan known as the Pachans, of which you are part of, have followed the guidance of the spirits and settled in a new land, near the great tree of Pacha. There, you and some of your fellow clan members go through a rite of passage, where you particularly are blessed by the tree of Pacha, after which you are free to continue farming, fishing, and whatever else your heart may desire. And more importantly, contributing to the completion of your clan ideas, in order to advance your civilization. There is also the spirit trials, where you are tested by the spirits with various puzzles. Roots of Pacha is cozy and friendly, perhaps too much. Everyone in the clan is already friendly to you, too friendly, which makes sense seeing as you were raised in the clan. It just feels like a lost opportunity. The sense of progress when befriending someone feels less. Strange how your relationships are rock bottom with everyone to begin with though. So, don't you dare ask someone to dance with you straight out the gate. In some ways, Roots of Pacha follows the standard farming life sim formula. You have energy that you expend to accomplish tasks such as farming. There is also a day-night cycle you must adhere to. No staying up all night for you. You can customize and expand your house and farm area. There is a friendship level with your clanmates, maybe even romance. And saving only happens when you go to bed for the day. This makes up the standard formula for this type of game. However, Roots of Pacha offers some refreshing spices to change up the usual taste, without losing the potency and identity that comes with it. If you are watching this video, you are probably familiar with this type of game, so forgive me if you are not. I am just going to cover what I feel Roots of Pacha does differently to most, using Stardew Valley as my reference. Let us start from the beginning. A major part of Roots of Pacha is the idea of progress and evolution of culture. You are as far back as you can get. No such thing as even a method to keep track of time. Actually, in the beginning, a meter shows the days passing by using the sun. This is part of your UI. You must actually unlock timekeeping to get a clock on your UI. Which brings me to one of the unique aspects of this game: contribution. You don't have money in this game. Instead, you use contribution points as currency. You get these by donating items to the clan's community chest in the middle of the village, which in turn helps to fill up the clan's contribution meter. Each time it fills up, a part of the clan will advance. The clan gets an idea on how to improve the village, such as adding lighting to the village or a washing line. You don't need to do anything to activate this. I wasted a whole in-game day running around trying to implement the change. It just happens automatically as the days advance. Except when a specific clan member comes up with an idea. They need materials given to them by you in order to progress. You can see why I got confused. Back to currency. The contribution points you earn will help to fill the meter, but they don't get taken from you. You can use them for a variety of things, such as tools, clothing, or seeds as an example. The contribution meter also fills daily without your input. Speaking of seeds, you start out having to forage for them. But eventually, someone in the clan has the idea for a seed farm where you can purchase them directly. What I like about the farming system in this game is that crops start off as wild variants before eventually becoming domesticated. Even their appearance changes. There is also a seasonal system, which means there are seasonal crops, so no worries. Fishing.
Fish!
Fishing?
Fish!
Fishing?
Fish!
Harvesting aquatic life has quite an interesting minigame. You must keep the cursor on the, let's say, animal. The longer it is, the more a meter fills up, increasing your chance of catching the fish.
Fish!
Damn it! Basically, move the cursor away when it is alert and keep it on otherwise. What farm is complete without animals? You can tame a wide variety. And yes, I said tame. You don't buy them. Instead, you find the animal and use your flute each day to tame them. Then you can invite them back to your barn, where you can get resources or ride them as a mount. Much easier to get around the map that way. Then there is a part of the game I enjoyed the least. Mostly because of personal preference. But hey, if you like puzzles, all the power to you. There exists a large cave system, which provides valuable ore the deeper you go. Unfortunately, it is built as a maze, and to progress you need the blessings of the spirits, who will test you with puzzles. I mostly brute force these, which was very tedious. A cave system you explore is not exactly new, but it is a major mechanic in progressing the game, so I brought it up. I should mention there is no combat in this game. The closest you get is hitting a rock with a hammer for its ore. There is also a roadmap that the developers gave that shows Roots of Pacha's planned updates. There is a decent amount that it is going to add, such as new regions, new characters, and new settlements to visit. The game's pixel art style is pretty, and I quite enjoy the look of it, from the world to its characters. That is not to say I don't have gripes with it. Some parts of the landscape appear like they don't belong, throwing me out of my immersion. Also, while I look at the pixel sprites favorably, when you walk, your arm seems to shrink. It looks quite weird. You end up a bit stubby while doing it. Other than those 2 points, I think they did a good job. I would not say it was ugly to look at. The soundtrack of Roots of Pacha has a good rhythm going. In my extremely limited expertise, non-existent, I would say it has a good vibe. It doesn't become grating quickly, maybe after 60 or 100 hours it might. But I am not there yet, and there are still parts that have me bop my head. It is very cheery. Roots of Pacha is Steam Deck verified. It runs well on the Steam Deck. Set to 40 FPS, you can expect over 6 hours of playtime on a full charge. Not bad at all. It also supports cloud saving on Steam, so jumping between PC and Steam Deck is a breeze. One problem I did have with it was that it was very jittery when playing on the Steam Deck. Every time you walk, the movement of the world around you seemed to lag a bit. I don't see it anymore, so it must have been fixed in a patch. On to what I liked and disliked. As always, these are my personal positives and negatives about the game, just to give you an idea of my mindset. I like that it gives you controller layout options. I always appreciate that. Its friendliness and pure coziness are just inviting. When one of the tribe members plays music, it is added to the backing soundtrack, which I find very endearing. Mainly, I really like the setting and the idea advancement system for your civilization. I dislike that you can walk through anyone as if they're not there. It is as if they aren't real, and the game feels less immersive for it. I know it was probably done for convenience, but still. Unfortunately, I must say the game feels slow to me, which is expected in a farming life sim. However, the problem I have is not that it is slow, it is that it feels slow. I do realize you can set the day duration, however, it did not help in my case. I played with the controller and I found the interface very finicky. I could not easily get used to it, and was still muddling through it 10 hours in. Roots of Pacha is a charming and cozy farming life sim game. Perhaps too cozy and friendly. I greatly enjoy the characters' pixel artwork. However, I do find that some of the landscape detracts from the overall aesthetic. Its soundtrack is charming and upbeat, but I might grow tired of it at some point in the future. This game has its positives and its negatives. It is by no means a perfect game, but that doesn't make it bad. Overall, I would recommend it. It has some cool ideas and the setting is quite novel. So if you are a fan of the genre and like games such as Stardew Valley or Sunhaven, this might be up your alley. If you are still here and found this video helpful, entertaining, or just good, please consider liking and subscribing. It will really help me out. Thank you for watching.